Good morning, everyone, and welcome to yet another fast food fave. Today on the docket we have Peppa Jack's Grill. Newcomer to the show. What is Pepper Jack's Grill? Well, it is a... Ooh, Lord. It is a sub shop and burrito shop. So kind of like the cross between a Jersey Mike's and a Chipotle. Speaking of, we got their classic Philly cheese with mushrooms, peppers, and onions, and white American, and also their ranch. It is that good, really good, like sit-down restaurant ranch. Food of the gods. I remember the first time I went to a Pepper Jack's Grill. It was during or just after high school. There was this restaurant. Excuse me. There was this restaurant in the Council Bluffs new development area near Lewis Central. And it was called Smash Burger. My mom and I went. It was delicious. It ruined one of Mom's favorite blouses because she got an irremovable grease stain on it. But I loved it because, I'd never had such greasy, well-done burgers. My family prefers their burgers lean and sometimes a little rare. But I prefer a good, crispy burger. But they went out of business shortly after. Probably because of how bad their food was staining people's clothes. And then shortly after, a Pepper Jack's Grill took their place. And we went there once or twice, and it was really good. And I liked it because they used to have a sauce bar where you could drown your subs in ranch, which is what I would do. So in honor of that, I got a side of ranch with this one. Sadly, the sauce bar has gone the way of the dodo since COVID. Honestly, with Philly steaks, you want something cheap and greasy and good. You want steakums, basically. I'm not exactly sure what the story on Pepper Jack's is. I just remember hearing their ads a lot on the radio as a kid. Sadly, it's hard to get my mom to go there anymore because you order the food standing up, and my mom's got bad knees. I don't like the American cheese on it. It's a little too waxy for me, but otherwise it's phenomenal. That is golden. That is the food of the gods. And that ranch. That ranch is so good. So good. Mm. Um, Shoot, pretty small one today. Maybe I'll upload the Let's Try I did alongside this too. Ugh. Like, steak sandwiches are either the best or the worst thing. I think that they're at their best when the steak is cut up, even if it's a chop steak. Because I've had a steak sandwich that wasn't cut up, and it was awful. It was a ribeye sandwich from the bowling alley when I was a kid. Excuse me. What happened was I ordered this ribeye sandwich and thinking like it'd be something like a Philly, but it was literally just a really tough piece of meat, some like real manager special level food, cooked, well done. You bit into it, and it was like chewing rubber. Like, I don't mind a well done steak. Everyone gets really prissy about that. Like, that's what everyone hates Trump for, that he orders a steak well done with ketchup. Like, that's the thing you hate about him most. It's like how people freaked out that his listed weight on his thing is 215, and it's like, like, come on, he lies about everything else. You really think he's gonna tell the truth about his weight when they're booking him? Whatever. I did everything right, and they indicted me. Sorry. It's just such a funny line. And that man is probably going to be president again, and I hate it. He was out in East Palestine before or whatever you call that town, before any other politicians went there, handing out Trump merch. And it's like, that dude, you know, Donnie's a lot of things, but he's also a showman. And unfortunately, that's kind of what gets the people on his side, even when he's a piece of shit. I call it toxic charisma. Like, he's a piece of shit, but people like that about him for some reason. Everyone roots for... People like a hero, but they love a villain. They love a heel. And he was a wrestling heel for a little bit, I think. Well, like, he was involved in WWE, I can't remember. Well, I'm not a wrestling jabroni, mark, whatever you call it. Anyway, sorry to get political there. I think that's going to be it for me today. Y'all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm outie.